This video is sponsored by ExpressVPN. I thought that I could escape this one. I thought that we all could just look at it and agree that it looks bad and move on. But no, my stupid self had to go to Twitter and be like, oh, should I review this? You know, jokingly. I thought I might get like 7 likes, 23 favorites. That's it. No big deal. That people wouldn't care about me talking about this on my channel, because we all know it's going to be bad. But I was wrong. You all want me to suffer. I mean, look at these numbers. Why are there 10,000 likes for me to review this stuff? Dear God, do you all want me to die? Well, I guess you're getting your wish, but who knows? Maybe it might not be that bad.
No, I'm an elf. He's an orc.
Fraternity brothers?
We're in high school.
You're not really brothers, are you? This is a setup? I'm being punked. Where are the cameras?
I'm going to die. All right, so who made this movie? Well, technically, Pixar, but the studio behind Homeward is the Asylum. For those who don't know, these are the guys behind Sharknado, a bunch of other stupid shark movies, Izzy's Way Home. They've basically made it a business to rip off other films and make their own dumb versions of it, which that genre of film is called a mockbuster. And it is downright shameless. The premise of mockbusters is to steal away the audience or trick them into watching their own movies. Oh, I like Pacific Rim. Let's check out this sequel, I think. Oh God, you are in for a bad time. Well, to be fair, you are in for a bad time with the official sequel as well. Again, this stuff is shameless. Shameless, shameless, shameless. The only upside to these mockbusters is how hilariously bad they can be.
Poor Lloyd Lightspinner, cursed with an orc for a brother.
I don't take orders from orc maggots.
So, who are the key people behind this movie? Well, you have the director, Michael Johnson, and the writer, Aaron Whitland. Oh, it's the same guy who wrote Trollland. That's it for the origin. I don't know what else to say. That's it. It's from the same hack frauds who make all of this garbage. There's nothing really new to add to it. It's just a bunch of low-tier voice actors and artists and animators and creative directors. Can't even really call it creative because you're stealing an idea. It's just bottom-of-the-barrel stuff, and there's nothing to it because it is utterly shameless. Even the poster is misleading. You've got these 2 frog characters who are like barely in the movie. Why is she T-posing? And then you got the goth girl over here who looks like off-brand Mavis from Transylvania. Why? Why are they in the poster? They're barely in the movie. Once more, and I say with conviction, shame on you, Asylum. You are awful.
Whatever. Your funeral.
Well, how about the film itself? What's it about? Well, I'll tell you this. The folks who made Homeward really studied the trailer for Onward. Well, what does this trailer have? It's got a modern setting with some fantasy creatures, so put in a motorbike. Okay? It's so funny how much they tried to emulate the trailer for Onward until they had no more trailer to go off of. Oh no. Now you actually have to be original somehow. What do you do now, Asylum? Oh, of course, garbage. Well, what was I thinking? Of course it's gonna be garbage.
I don't need to be body shamed.
So the story starts off explaining the lore behind the film. It's kind of like Fellowship of the Ring, where you have a narrator who's like, this was what happened before our story began. And for Homeward, we see a bunch of elves working with this orc girl to stop these other evil orcs. Something about a stone that controls orcs' minds. They destroy the stone. For some reason, there's potted plant soldiers? I don't know. Guys, I do not know. And that the good orcs and the elves worked together, made peace, and that was the end of the orc-elf war from like 2,000 years ago.
Then you will destroy it and free my people.
You borrowed a bit from Warcraft, didn't you? Of course you did. It's Asylum. They borrow from everybody. I'm sorry, they steal from everybody.
Yoink!
We then jump forward to the present time and follow the main story. Just like Onward, this premise is about a fantasy world, but in the modern times. So the main meat of the story follows Lloyd Lightspinner, a high school elf.
Oh no.
We also have another main character, his orc adopted brother, Barl Lightspinner.
Oh no.
Lloyd hates his brother. He wants to get rid of him. Something about how he's like, he's going to ruin my graduation. I have to kidnap my brother and get rid of the guy.
Surprise! I'm kidnapping you.
It's amazing that these characters lack so much emotion. Their faces are so stiff, yet I can just detect the utter contempt that Lloyd has for Barl. I think he wants to kill him.
Hey, did we just leave Elfdale?
So yeah, the plan is to take Barl to Orc City. I'm sorry, New Orc City. And that he would drop his brother off and abandon him there. That way, Lloyd can come back to school, have his graduation go off without any hitch, and that's, I guess, his plan. But they go to a pit stop, and while there, Barl runs into a biker gang of orcs. He starts to talk to them. He's like, yo, check it out. I got a magic bag of magic, which belongs to elves. You know, we talk about like, oh, elves and orcs are now in peace, but there's such a gap between like their livelihoods where the elves have magic and live on the good side of town while the orcs live in like Trashville. It's so weird, but I digress. So you have Barl who gets caught up with these bikers, shows them a magic bag and how he can do magic tricks with it, which apparently is like, oh my God, orcs can't do magic. How are you doing this? And then Barl takes off with the orcs to go back to the Orc City. Lloyd is like, hey, don't go. I need to kidnap you, which is like, dude, you're fine. He's already leaving, so mission accomplished. And then Lloyd takes off back to Elftown. By the way, please enjoy the theme music for New Orc City. Yes, there is a song for the city.
The Virgin New York City.
New York City, I think I could make it here. New York City, switch it to another gig. New York City.
The Chad Goblin Town.
So here's the worst part of the movie. The most unforgivable part, outside of just existing, of course. Lloyd is driving back home. He is talking to himself about Barl, and then out of nowhere, he has a change of heart. Oh, I have to go save Barl, and just takes off to go find him.
No biscuits.
No flashbacks of them having good times, no emotional guilt that can convince you that he actually had a change of heart that was sincere, nothing out of fear for the parents really, which we never even see the parents in the film that make him go, I'll be punished if I don't fix this. It's just him going, I gotta save Barl and take off. You would think when the main plot is about the relationship between these two brothers who can't see eye to eye, there would be something of substance to tell the audience, oh, that's why Lloyd changed his mind. Even if it was for like a reason that was kind of surface level, let him go find Barl. Let them go on some kind of adventure and get in trouble and help each other out. And that's what convinces them to be closer. But instead it's like, no, I gotta go find Barl for some reason. I gotta go now. Why? It was so out of nowhere. He literally hits the brakes to turn around and change his mind. It's just, I hated it. I hate it. There's no build-up and there's no payoff. So Barl goes to New Orc City. He meets this orc war boss of the biker gang. You can tell that he's the boss because he's big and wears football pads.
I'm the biggest, so I'm the boss.
The orc war boss is like, okay, cool, you can do magic. I need your help. You see those old stones from the beginning of the movie that can mind control orcs? One is in a statue in our orc city. The other one is in a statue at the elf city. Your magic can help me penetrate the statues and pull the stones out. Even though we're told that the stones were destroyed at the start, somehow they still function? I don't know. I just don't know, guys. It blows my mind. I don't understand.
Silence, Brand.
So Barl, being the idiot that he is like, oh, I'll be out, okay. And he uses magic to help penetrate the statue and get the stone for the war boss, who then starts to mind control the other orcs. You follow? Because I don't.
Comet? Acroma? He thinks our place sucks.
Long story short, Lloyd and Barl work together with this orc girl, and they stop the war boss. They use some kind of like magic slime to freeze the boss, which somehow stops the stones from mind controlling the other orcs. And that's the movie. That's the movie. It's stupid. It's amazing how much this film tried to emulate Onward and followed it as much as they could from the trailer until it was time for them to make up their own stuff. And they couldn't do it. It was awful. There was no real significant relationship between the brothers. The only thing that really could have worked for me was the divide between orcs and elves, where it's like, that would have been interesting. That orcs would be like, hey, we don't like to be mistreated because it's been 1,000 years and elves have it so good and orcs don't. Build on that. That's interesting. Talk about like a civil rights movement for orcs or something. But no, that's expecting way too much from this film, and I should know better by now. I should know better than to expect good content or good ideas or anything remotely good at all to come from the asylum.
Do you know how the orcs first came into being? They were elves once, taken by the dark powers, tortured and mutilated. And now, perfected.
All right, let's go over my 5 points. First, the story. Like I've said many times already, this plot is shameless. Bottom of the barrel, shameless garbage. It's insulting to think how preemptive this film was, where it's like, oh, there's the Onward trailer, let's just deliberately rip it off. Izzy's Way Home is shameless. Trollland is shameless, but they're different enough in style and visuals that they can seem distant to the original movies they're trying to rip off. Like outside of the title, they're not that similar. Here though, I mean, just look at it. That is just stupid. I mean, of course there's differences, but Homeward, Onward, elves and orcs, a modern fantasy setting, come on guys. That is awful. And you have the audacity to call yourself artist? Oh, it's not Onward. It's my own original character, Homeward. I digress, whatever. Let's talk about the story itself, or lack thereof. None of the characters are likable. None of them. Not a single one. Not the main characters, not the side characters, none of them. Lloyd, the elf brother, is spiteful and angry and short with people. He radiates rage, and there's nothing redeeming about him. Barl is an idiot. He's impressionable. He does things for selfish reasons for himself. He gets people in trouble and then just runs away. Who wants responsibility? Not me. See ya. It actually seems like a worse dynamic of Mac and Dennis from Always Sunny. Mr. Angry Guy and Mr. Idiot getting into trouble, but like 1,000 times worse.
Tell me about Mac's famous mac and cheese.
Okay, I can explain. I called it my famous mac and cheese as a joke, but then it seemed like you liked it. You liked that it was Mac's famous mac and cheese, and so I just kept saying it.
You're pathetic.
You're the one that's sitting at Applebee's eating pot stickers all by yourself. You're the one that's pathetic.
And all of the side characters are one-dimensional. They don't add anything to the story. Orc Girl, nothing. Off-brand Mavis, nothing. None of them made any kind of impression outside of being awful. And that's it.
Elves think they're better than everyone.
They sure do, especially brothers.
I don't know what else to say here. The story is just bad. It's a bunch of mindless dialogue with unlikable characters following a cheap story that is very boring. And the worst part of all is how Lloyd just changes on the spot. A moment that could have been sincere, a moment that the movie should have been building on, was that moment. It's like, okay, let's bridge the gap between the orcs and the elves as a species, but use the relationship between these brothers as a micro version of that. How they can patch things up, and therefore orcs and elves on a macro level could patch things up. But what am I saying? It's the asylum. I can't expect this from them. I can't expect good content, good ideas, good stories to come from these people, from the same people who make Sharknado 17, The Rise of Sharks Are Back. Again, I don't know what I was going with there.
What?
Next, there's the voice acting. Every single voice for this movie was bad. Every single one. Why in the hell is that voice coming out of that character? You've got a rough and gruff orc biker. Why is he being voiced by a 12-year-old girl?
Ain't taking no heat from anyone.
I know of amateur voice actors on YouTube. I'll hear their voice reel, and I'm like, that's pretty good. You can go places with your voice reel. And then I listen to the voice acting for this film, and it just blows my mind. Did they just grab somebody in the lobby and said, hey, you want to voice an orc? Get in here. Come on. We'll give you $7. Because that's what it seems like. The only one who is bearable is Barl. The guy who voiced Barl is bearable. And I'd imagine that most of these voice actors showed up for like 2 hours, just banged out these lines, and that was it. We're done here. Go. Here's your script. Can I get any direction for the script? Oh, you're an off-brand Wreck-It Ralph orc. Okay, now record. Go now. Record. We need this by tomorrow so we can finish animating it by the end of the week. And guys, please, I don't understand. Why do you not have pop filters? It's insane to me that within the first 5 minutes of the movie, I hear voice actors and their pops and their voices. It shouldn't be that hard to have a pop filter. They cost $10 on Amazon. Come on, guys, get pop filters for your mics.
The gem of the mountain.
Of course we trust you.
And to top it off, you all have the audacity to put Tom Green's name on the box art when he's in the movie for like 5 minutes, and that's it. How misleading. I mean, it's Tom Green, so I don't really care to begin with, but like you've got these two main characters back to back, and you don't even include the voice actor for Barl. What the hell? That's just full of lies and deceit.
Talking about the best of the best. Can you dazzle me?
Next, there's the dialogue. I hate it. I absolutely hated it. This dialogue is so dry and clunky and boring and just so poorly done, where you've got these jokes that go on for too long and add nothing to the story. Oh, it's a joke about a character going on for a few minutes talking about something pointless, and even the other characters like, are you done? It's like, even the movie is self-aware of how dumb it sounds. And not even in a cool meta way, just a stupid, frustrating way.
Like pulling his wallet out of the napkin holder.
Huh? Like what? Napkin holder? What are you?
These awkward exchanges add nothing to the plot. They add nothing to the comedy. I never cracked a smile while watching this film on purpose. I laughed at how bad it is, but when it comes to deliberate dialogue and exchanges between characters and trying to do jokes, not a single smile. This film is an hour and 20 minutes long, but it felt like I was watching a 3-hour movie. It drags that much.
Hey, watch where you're going.
Sorry, ma'am.
Ma'am? I'm not your grandma.
What? No, of course not.
Next, there's the editing. Pacing's awful. Once more, the movie drags. It drags hard. Scenes go on for too long. Some scenes move way too quickly, and you have no idea what's going on. And then there are moments where you have these characters talking, and their audio is being drowned out by background noise or music. It's like, wait, what are you? I can't hear you. What's going on here?
Elves, arm your magic.
And finally, there's the animation. They struck out in every single category. Every single one. Let's go down the list. First off, clipping. So much clipping. It is everywhere. With the mouths, with the movement of the bodies, with the hair, with the clothes. It's rampant. Then there are the character models. So uninspired. Trying to rip off other characters. That's just Wreck-It Ralph with teeth. That's all I see. Well, maybe a little bit of the heavy from TF2.
Sandwich and me going to beat your ass.
Then you got High School Joker with Lloyd.
I have to hand it to you. You went out big.
Comedy is subjective, Murray.
Frog Lady, who has her sunglasses on because she's probably tripping on meds. Tell you that, she sounds like it.
My car, it has a flat tire. But my manners. I am Sophie Marie Julie Aurélie Angelique. And you are?
What?
And then just a ton of copy pasting. And not even good copy pasting. I saw one character whose color on their model didn't even load up. And I also noticed this. The girl, her straps on her shirt float over her shoulder. You can even see the shadow of the straps on her skin. Why don't the straps just lay on her skin? What's the point? What's going on here? Guys, straps don't just hold up on their own. They're supposed to be elastic and on the skin. But no, they float. They float over her shoulders because why the hell not?
You're sliming your brother.
The slime!
The movement's awful. It's clunky. It also clips, like I said before, lots of clipping. And you have arms bending in ways that just defy the laws of anatomy. Set the bar. What are the physics of this world? Give us something to work with. But no, instead we've got noodle arms that bend like rubber hoses from 1930s animation.
Oh my.
The assets in the world are terrible. You got these settings that feel empty. There never was a moment where I'm like, okay, this feels fleshed out. This is a setting, a room, outside, inside, whatever, where it feels authentic with how a setting should be in the real world. No, empty room, empty street, no people walking around. And the assets that they do have built, I feel like these are previous assets they already had on file and they just tossed it into the film. Such as the Nintendo Switch. Why is the Nintendo Switch in this movie?
Hey!
Oh, and I would be remiss to not mention the mechanics of the mouths and how it moves. Look at these rubber band mouths. You can see the skull, the bottom jaw sticking out of the lips. That's so eerie and uncanny. And as I said before, the faces, despite these rubber band mouths and how it moves, there's such a lack of expression for the mouths. They don't smile. You don't see much outside of angry eyes when it comes to emotions. And that bothers me. It's like a puppet talking, if anything.
No, you need to leave me alone for 2 days so I can graduate in peace and not worry about getting slimed.
So yeah, everything's bad. Textures, lighting, design, movement, hair mechanics, everything, just absolutely everything sucks. Now, compared this to Trollland, it's art. It's so much better looking than Trollland. But that's not saying much at all. That's like saying, wow, that was the least painful explosive diarrhea I've ever had. Oh, good for you. It's still diarrhea. All right, so how would I improve this film? Realistically, just don't. Just don't. As in, don't make it. Don't even conceptualize it. Its existence is an abomination because it represents scummy hack frauds with no creative talent writing the tailcoats of people who deserve praise and recognition. Pixar made something original. Asylum copies it, steals from it, tries to trick viewers and audiences into watching their own content. And the theme of this video is one single word: shameless. But if I was to seriously improve it, I would tell these folks, focus on the story of segregation. I think that could be interesting. A world where the orcs and the elves made peace, and then it divided over time, where the orcs live in the slums, the elves have it good, and then the orcs are tired of that and want equal rights. But that plot is too good for the asylum, and I don't trust them to make anything outside of awful copy-paste movies. So, that being said, I look forward to seeing Bright 2. Yeah, that's not happening.
Sorry, I didn't have a photo, so I just drew this.
So in conclusion, Homeward is a scummy ripoff and offers nothing except for laughing at how bad it is and how low Asylum will go to steal ideas from others, whether it be stories, names, character designs, anything that can help them steal attention from better creators. It's terrible, it's terrible, it's terrible. Don't watch it. So a big shout out to this video sponsor, ExpressVPN. For a long time, I went without a VPN, thinking it wasn't necessary. Good God, I was wrong. Now, I know a lot of content creators just go along with a sponsor, give it props, but I mean this. Having a VPN is very important, and you should have one on your computer. And the one that I recommend, personally, is ExpressVPN. It's an awesome tool that gives you private and more secure access to the internet. It also allows you to secure a connection, and it also encrypts your data without slowing your computer down. In this day and age, online security and privacy is a must, and this is a smart way to protect yourself. You also get access to server locations in over 90 countries, and have full access to a variety of shows and movies that are region-locked. As of late, I've been watching The Adventures of 1010 on the Australian servers of Netflix. Plus, ExpressVPN is the #1 VPN service rated by TechRadar. It's super intuitive to use and works on multiple devices: Windows, Android, iOS, Mac, and many others. For less than $7 a month, you can get the service. Trust me, that's absolutely worth the cost for having this amount of protection and freedom. So go to expressvpn.com/Saberspark to take back your internet privacy today and find out how you can get 3 months for free.